So one of the things I'm going to show that I haven't shown before is this is what we call the comp stage of cover design, when we have one of our designers give us a rough idea of what the covers might look like once they do the photo shoot. So this is done before we have any images and kind of says, which direction do you want me to go as far as taking pictures of the model? So as you can see, we have a lot of different options here, and some of them are closer up on our model and some of them are farther away. Usually with these, we don't pick one direction and say you must for sure do this. We kind of say here's what we like, here's what we don't like, and the designer will then attend the photo shoot and try to get a good variety of poses from the model. So as you can see, these are kind of sketches. Some designers will do comps with using stock photography just to give us an idea of what the covers will look like, but in this case Jenny likes to sketch things out for us to give us an idea. So you can see there are a variety of type treatments as well, so we initially discussed what that would look like. We mostly liked this clear, easy to read, very dramatic typeface because this is actually kind of a murder mystery, so it's important to give that sort of look to it. As we discussed these covers on our team, number 2 looked maybe a little bit too close to The Secret of Pembroke Park, which also kind of had that mystery gothic feel, so we wanted to make sure to distinguish that. And one of the main points of the book is that the heroine does not want to cross the bridge to leave her island. So as you can see in a lot of these, the bridge is featured to different degrees of prominence in the background. Some of them it's more in the distance, some of them it's a lot closer and you can see it. We talked about wanting to have the lovely manor house on Belle Island in the background, and what that would look like. And as we discussed that, we said it would be nice to see the heroine's face on this one because there's a lot of suspense and drama in this story and with the main character, so we didn't like this pose quite as much. Other directions that we thought were interesting, we liked the idea of having her kind of not in the background, but not maybe quite as close up as in number 2 here, and discussed what variety of facial expressions to give the main character. This was especially helped by our editorial team members who have actually been reading the manuscript and are aware of what the character would and would not look like in a pose on the cover. So, from all of that discussion, our designer had to go to a photo shoot and take a lot of poses. After that point, we saw a number of different options with the actual model imagery in it, and this is what we ended up with. So as you can see, we went with one where the bridge is in the background, but it's clearly visible. It's not obscured by a bunch of trees because that's such a fun element to the story. And here we have Isabel, our main character, in a lovely murder red dress, which is what I decided to call it, and that made it into the meeting notes somehow, with a look of sort of haunted look on her face, lots of suspicion, possibly some fear there, without pushing it too far into suspense because it is, you know, Regency romance. And there's our lovely manor house in the background. So that was the process for creating this book cover. I hope you guys are just as excited as we are about this one coming out in December, so look for it then.